I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. And this is episode 2 of the In My Opinion podcast. What we're going to talk about today is my religious experience. It starts back from when I was a kid. When I was a little baby, I don't think I was no more than maybe 3 or 4, if I was that old. But anyway, long story short, I was laying in my mom's chest, getting ready to I had a fever and I guess I was getting ready to go to sleep or something. But anyway, I seen this flash in the corner of my eye. And when the flash ended, I seen this white guy pop up at the end of our sofa that I was laying on with my mom. And he was a regular white guy. Looked like he might have worked at an office or something. Because he had the regular office tie, the black pants, the brown shoes, the black belt, brown hair. I don't remember the color of his eyes, but I told my mom, Mom, look, there's a guy standing over you. She looked up, she didn't see anything. She kind of freaked out, ran me in the room, and we laid down. That next Sunday, it inspired them to take me to church and ask the pastor about what's going on, cause I said that and it freaked them out. And the pastor just went on to explain that I was spiritually gifted, which means I was going to be able to see things and go through things that they wasn't going to be able to see or experience. But it was perfectly normal. I would be okay. And boy, was he right. Because I've been seeing and feeling things all my life, but I hadn't been able to really share them because most of the things hadn't always been kind. Who wants to tell somebody the person that they love is not going to make it through a certain ordeal that they're going through? And the thing about being a spiritualist, you know it before anybody else knows it. And you have to live with it or sit there and watch that person suffer knowing that there's no way they're going to make it back, knowing that they're going to pass away. And those were my hardest times in life to me, knowing when I was going to lose family members, knowing when they were going to pass away, and knowing that there were nothing I could do about it. There's nothing I could say to make it easier. So I would just hold on to those feelings and I wouldn't express or I wouldn't tell people what was going on. I kind of ran from my gift and rebelled against it because of situations like that. But fast forward the story. I'm in high school now. Um, a sophomore in high school, and I had to end up having one last surgery on my legs because of my growth spurt. My kneecaps didn't quite grow the way they should have. My body grew up, but my kneecaps stayed in the same place. It caused a dislocation, which made them have to go in my knees and insert a rod with 5 metal screws in the side of them and drill a small hole in my knee and put a plate to support my kneecaps. They act as if like your kneecap supports your knee. The plates does the same thing for my knees, and they had to put it in both of my knees. 5 screws on each side with 2 metal plates in the middle to hold for the screw for the rod to hold on to hold it all in place. And it took me years to recover. It took me exactly 7 years. But in that 7 years, I was able to get on the spiritual journey. It started with my father because he encouraged me to start reading the Bible. So I downloaded it on my phone and I started listening to scripture after scripture. After that, I got religiously curious about Christianity, so I started looking at things like The Story of God with Morgan Freeman on Nat Geo Wild, and then I started looking on TikTok. I originally downloaded TikTok as just a funny app, but as just a funny app to just do. I wasn't expecting to get on the religious tip with it, but when I started looking into it, I was scrolling across TikTok and I found Empath Divine Jones. And that's the first person I found that helped me understand what spirituality was and that I was a proud spiritualist because it covered a lot of the visions and a lot of the feelings I had that when I was a kid I never shared. And I realized a lot of my anger that I had growing up that I misplaced and put on people because I thought they were upset at me or mad at me because I was different because of my disability wasn't real. It was just me really being upset at myself for not following my spiritual journey and doing what I was supposed to do. That's what I've learned through going through my spiritual journey. It taught me a lot of the anger I had growing up wasn't at people, it was more at myself for not doing what I was supposed to do. Because the minute I started doing it, life got easier, I got happier, and things started working out smoother for me. So that's just a little bit about my spiritual journey. In this episode too, I'm gonna probably have my mom on because she can explain a lot of spiritual experiences that I've had that I don't remember. So she can take you in greater detail. But we'll see that when that time comes. I hope this helps you understand me a little bit more and makes it a little bit easier, in my opinion. But we're out. And peace, love, and prosperity to all, in my opinion.